Welcome back, everyone. Today we are back with playing some more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Now, last time we learned that Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is not just an RPG. It is an entire city builder, and there is an enormous amount of things that you can work on. As such, it's basically going to be every day we check and see if there's something new for us to do. Because, well, there probably will be something to do on most days. At the very least, we need to keep the army moving around. Because, yeah, that alone is going to be quite the project to deal with. But then we also have all of our management feats that we need to deal with as well. Now, that one we have to be at headquarters to do. So we have a military... Right? Is that one military? I think that one's military. That one's logistics. I don't remember... What is that one called? Diplomacy. We don't got anything else at the moment that we can do. And then I think... Yeah, we still got one more day. So in that case... I think we have all that we currently can do there. So we are going to continue on our way to Grimwood. Since our assassin buddy very clearly said he wasn't interested in sticking around with us other than when we're doing the hunt. So we're not going to make him wait for too long. Oh, great. Second.
Enemy
Yeah, this is the second time we've dealt with them. Last time actually didn't go very well, surprisingly. Not much can face us.
Victory is worth the pain.
Ow. Hey, you're not very good, buddy. Oh no, they killed my skeleton buddy. Did they... Yeah, I think... Oh no, there he is. He's inside. Greyboar. Yeah, skeleton executioner suffered some sort of debuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, I want that to show. 'Cause otherwise I forget that he's there. Yeah, my buddy's a little injured. He's got the Death's Door status. For sure that should go away. That should be the status that was mentioned. So if we escape, then we just need to rest, is all. But yeah, that dragon is actually kind of an ouchie. They've been doing some pretty serious damage to us. And honestly, I'm not so sure Greyboar is worth it. He kind of died off there pretty quickly. Might have been better to bring our main people in. Ones we know will do well.
Our victory is certain!
I see. So yeah, he's just permanently stuck there for the moment. Oh well. We'll just have to make do with what we got for now. But I'm sure we'll be resting soon. Where's the exit to this place? Maybe... Is it over here where we fought the giant, maybe? Oh, there it is. I just happened to go the wrong way. Whoops, my bad. Oh, Ember, why are you exhausted? Huh, that's a little strange, actually. I don't know why Ember and Ember alone is exhausted. Oh well. Okay, obviously we're entering here to set the trap. But we need to rest soon.
That is not far.
Yeah, we've already dealt with this dragon twice now, and both times they've killed our Skelly. But not much more than that. Honestly, Greyborg here took the brunt of the beating, actually. Can't say much care for him, though. Greyborg meticulously scans the surrounding area and appears pleased with the results. Fan-like flicks of several collapsible spikes protrude from his pack. The dwarf produces a small, tightly wrapped bundle from his pocket, and its pungent smell fills your nostrils. Come over here. This is where we'll set up an ambush for the dragon. Let's light as many fires as we can so she thinks there's a whole caravan staying here overnight. And be sure she won't resist such easy prey. What's the stench? It's frog's eye. Some herb from Magnamar used as seasoning by the Versians. Not sure they can even eat anything without it. The heat of the fire will cause the smell to rise up in the air, where the wind will carry it far and wide. The dragon will surely catch our scent and take interest. Dragons have a heightened sense of smell, and their sense of taste is even more discerning. These won't be able to resist the chance to try some strange new kind of meat. Okay. Well, I mean, that basically explained how do you plan on luring it, but we'll ask anyways. Act like a group of careless foragers. Ordinary hunters looking for wild game to provision the Crusader army. Got hunting, and then we'll hang carcasses up on hooks to clean and gut them. The dragon that catches a scent of blood and sees the fire, she'll think we're inexperienced nobodies. After all, no skilled hunting party would draw so much attention to themselves. Easy prey, you see. And when she swoops down upon us, we'll pounce on her instead. Yes, we begin. Dwarf nods his approval. He is calm and composed as he readies himself for battle. His eyes shine with excitement. This is going to be a fine ambush. If you say so. Get ready for a fight. Hehe. No one got roasted. Surprise! Yeah, we're not trying to kill, just injure right now. Yeah, poor Ember and Baron in the background. They're straggling a little bit. Well, my skelly friend is, seemingly dead. We'll revive him eventually. Yeah, Greyborg also went down. Not great, buddy.
In due time.
I actually don't know if I'm supposed to leave the area. I'm kind of assuming I am. but I don't actually know for sure. Okay, here we go. The ground is covered in fresh dragon blood and deep claw marks. The winged silhouette soars high up into the night sky and heads east, doubtless toward our lair. The assassin gives the commander a thumbs up and throws his pack over his shoulder. The ambush was a success. Serious loss of blood, though not fatal, causes the dragon's heart to compensate by contracting more rapidly in order to oxygenate the muscles. This makes it more difficult for her to breathe and weakens her wing capacity. The lack of oxygen then leads to convulsive seizures that force the dragon to descend for short rests. It takes her the entire night to travel the distance she could normally cover in a few hours. So now we have that. Let's wait on that though. Okay. We are going this way? I was trying to make it to that one, but we took a wrong turn. Yeah, this is our good army. Our Skelly army is on the way, but it's not there yet. That and the special abilities help a lot. Wait, how many? Well, that made it look like there were 157 Minotaur axe throwers for a moment. I was gonna say, no thank you. But no, those are the normal cult. Stupid Dretch. Maybe I should have shot you first, actually. Okay. Blast the Babasu. I need my archers to do their thing after all. Probably a good idea to get one heal going. Okay. Minotaurs, you're actually doing way more damage than I want, so no thank you. And from here, I should only need one more heal. Looks like they can cover the rest, no trouble. There we go. And of course, we get more troops for army number 2. Or is that army number 3? Technically, it's army number 3. Okay, you... Where are you headed? Are you headed to this one? Yeah, I think you're headed to that one. Okay. So our brand new army 4 is gonna go this way. To meet up. Or at least they will meet up. But probably not till the way back, actually. Alright, you got this, army number 3. Let's see how you do. Because sadly, your infirmary count is rather trash. Oh, we might be in trouble. we're gonna lose a lot here, that's for sure. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you're one of these rare spellcasters. Okay, my undead army is going to suffer severe losses. I can already tell. Okay, just gone. Nope, that's not good. Oh, and I only got one use out of my ice bomb. Shoot. Yeah, no, we're in trouble. I'm gonna place down the traps, I guess? I don't know if I'm gonna make this, honestly. I mean, I've got a lot of numbers, but I don't seem to be doing much damage. Yeah, my guy has no offensive abilities right now. Oh dear. I mean, we lost everything on that one. That hurt. That definitely hurt. Okay. Oh, demons are approaching. That's rude. Well, this is what is left at this point. My new Army 3 is now Army 4. That hurt a lot. Okay. That general was kind of worthless, honestly. I don't have the materials to recruit a new one. Because I technically gave you to Army 2. Dang, I got a really good one on Army 1. Not looking good there. Let's look. So we're still waiting on those. Oh, look at that. Our leadership. All right. This is the cure one. You can put that one out. Development. Outpost to Bastion. I mean, those are both good, but I don't have the logistics available at the moment. What we can do is enter Dresden here. And we can see about building, because we finished building the engineer's workshop, so everything is going to be cheaper. So let me see. I don't have a lot of available items, actually. Infirmary size. Ooh. Plus 10 bonus to energy. That's a good one to get. Might as well. I mean, it's basically all I can build right now with my available resources. It's gonna be a minute before we can build anything more, which I don't like. Yeah, there we go. Can't actually do anything more there. Or actually, hold on. Armies, yes. Because I need to find a weaker army to deal with them. Because that's my problem. Any general is going to have a really hard time leveling up. Or actually, hold on. I should go this way. I need an inflict wound spellcaster. That's what I need. Because then I can heal my undead army. Let's get rid of the dretches, just because they're annoying. Oh, and you had to do it on my archer. Yeah, that's inconvenient, more than anything. Let's go ahead and speed this up, because they're not able to do a lot of damage, actually. Yep. We got it. Only a couple of losses. Okay. And that provides us with a new Army 3. Oh, shoot. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I forgot that there was someone there. Oh no! Well, our brand new Army 3 is about to get obliterated. Can anything reach me? Nope, we're retreating. It's not like I had a lot to lose, but still. I didn't intend to do that in the first place. Yeah, that wasn't great. Oops. Let's go send Army 1 in. They're the ones who can deal with this. You see, archers already exploded some. Actually, at the rate we're going, we might not even need to heal anyone. I might do one just to make sure, but we're doing a pretty good job of keeping them alive so far. Ooh, actually, hold on. I need to heal those guys due to just numbers. I don't want them to completely disappear on me. Yeah, normally they attack the clerics. So I don't normally need to worry about that. Go. Yeah, I probably could have made this a little faster. Maybe even saved some healing if I just blasted them myself. That's on me. are struggling to kill these guys, Nabasu, get vaporized. There. Now you guys can target the small fry and get rid of them. Although I will give the clerics one more heal. There we go. A little more difficult than it should have been, but we made it work. Okay, let's see. They've still got some movement available. I guess they should head down because that army turned out to be a lot stronger than we had expected previously. Army 3 is over there, Army 4 is right there, Army 5 is gonna see about regrouping. So I need to rebuild my supplies after that. I need to find a weaker army. Everything is too strong for me to go after right now, and I don't like it. Then there's Army 2, but I doubt they're able to do anything if I'm being honest. Okay. Yes, let us rest. Why are you the one doing camouflage? Do a gray bar. You've got nothing. Man, my 19 night watch. Of course, I am not gonna fail. There is no way. Does anyone actually... What if let's put Wendorog there. And I'll do the alchemy for now. Okay. Dreams have puzzled the minds of mortals since ancient times. Strangely, the most obvious explanation of the mystery of dreams has appeared quite recently. The most obvious, but obviously wrong one, is that dreams are but the delirium of a tired mind as it digests the day's events. Ancient humans were much smarter when they thought dreams were messages of God, good patrons, or the opposite, the interventions of demonic powers. In this case, both hypotheses are correct, illogical as that may be. Commander's asleep. In her anxious dreams, she sees blood-stained stones, smoking torches, rusty chains, and bars. Once again, she's in the dungeons of Dresden, chained in a cell. Huge demons lumber around, clawing at the filthy walls with a horrifying sound. Death in their fanged jaws seems imminent, but more painful still is the expectation of tortures that never begin. Unable to move, barely conscious, in a horrible semi-delirium, the commander waits. The silence broken only by the sound of rough claws against rusty bars weighs on the mind like a boulder. The fever of endless expectation is broken by a whisper, a gentle breath of fresh air in the stifling darkness. The ruby eyes of a demoness peer at the commander through the bars. She is similar to the other creatures of the abyss, but also entirely dissimilar. Remember me. I am Ursula. You gave me the gift of freedom, now I will set you free. Chains holding the commander's body crumble to dust. The dark visitor takes a step toward her, passing through the bars as easily as if they were made of paper, and holds out her hand. Lie with me. In response, the commander can only mumble, "Whee! Let's go!" The succubus bursts out laughing. The dungeon disappears. Now the demoness and the commander are flying over a moonlit plain. Enemies are hunting you. Demons have somehow acquired unusual powers that are unprecedented among common demons. You are also hunting them. You are trying to figure out who is sending them and where the source of their power lies. I will show you where to find the answer. A finger with a manicured claw points down to a cliff top, where stands an ancient fortress slowly crumbling to dust. A bell without a tongue, an insane crone. Make it speak once more, and she won't be able to keep her silence either. She will give you all the answers. Go to the green gates. The images fade away. The commander opens her eyes and whispers a word. Unknown, alien, brought by the passing dream. Green gates. The name of the fortress. If the demoness is to be believed, what a curious notion. There's a deranged crone hiding there who knows where the demons with these unheard of abilities are coming from. It'll be intriguing to learn who this crone is, what she knows, and whether this dream is but a trick to lure the commander into another trap. But we cannot find out without visiting the place from the dream. So a new location has been acquired. I don't know where to do the route for the dragon, actually. Oh, Bloody Trail, is that it? Yeah, that must be it. Okay. I'm still a little worried about the whole demons approaching thing. Because we haven't experienced anything like that before.
Thank you for amusing me.
I doubt it'll be too threatening, but could be annoying. Every time I see that Babu, I always forget that we've technically summoned it. It is indeed on our team.
All according to plan.
There we go. There's the exit. Yeah, I don't know how hunting this dragon is going to go, but we're going to attempt it. Yeah, demon's army approaching, but I don't see any marker. I don't know if this is one that we get to see. I'm going to assume I can't pass through here. I assume I have to go up through here. Eventually, I plan on going through all the different paths. Ooh, okay. Where to? You're gonna go clear out then. We've never actually been to Stone Maze Outpost, which is interesting that we have an outpost there. Oh, and that's Green Gate right there. Okay. Alright, army, you may have wiped out the undead, but this is our living army. They're a little more prepared. Ah! We wasted all of his spells! That's actually hilarious. Yeah, you were the teleporting one. You completely obliterated my archers in a single blow. It's a good thing we consumed all of the points then. Even if it hurt us a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to... Oh, dang, okay. Oh, wait, right. I should attack, not heal. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to make sure I don't lose any more. case, we'll go ahead and blast him. Okay, good. And now we heal. Okay, I healed enough. That's good. We saved the archers! Because all 171 of them got nuked. That was rude. But I do get the finance points, so that's nice. Okay, you are gonna be heading back because I'm gonna be sending you all the way over towards Stone Maze. Okay, I've got a lot of armies to look through. Starting with 3. I guess I might as well assign... Oh, I've still got 2 more days before I can assign it to you again. Okay. Group up. Here we go. Army 5 is now gone. Army 4, group up. Army 4 is now gone. That's Army 1. Honestly, if I could put them in, that wouldn't be terrible. I wouldn't be entirely against it. But that is not something that we can do due to the capacity. And there we go. Army 6. You are also disbanded. Back down to our 3 armies. That's better. Check our events. Nevia needs to talk. That's back at camp. Count Arendae's prank is under your best displeasure. Oh boy. Count. So we've got 3 leadership things that have to be done back at camp. We've still got all 4 decrees for 2 days. And I doubt any of our development is ready. We don't exactly have high quantities of resources, unfortunately for me.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Okay, Darren and Ember are just being smacked because everyone abandoned them. And they're... this thing can't seem to attack very well. All it's doing is knocking them down. But that was a lot of unnecessary damage. Come on, guys, kill the thing. That was pretty pathetic, guys, I will say. Oh well. Let's keep moving. That's not what we were here for. They just got in our way. To the bloody trail. Dark splotches of dried blood are visible on the ground. Foul, pungent scent awakens the predatory instinct of the hunt. Everything nearby is splattered in blood, as if a battle took place here, or someone slaughtered a herd of goats. Yet this blood belongs to neither human nor goat. Its sulfurous odor indicates that this is the blood of a rare fire-breathing dragon. Injured and exhausted, the fleeing dragon stopped here to rest. Examine the trail! I've got the perception. Having examined the blood, the commander points confidently to the south. Dragonflayer is hidden somewhere among the mountain gorges. The dwarf who has been watching her nods in approval. He seems impressed by the commander's tracking skills. So now we have the Artisan's Tower down here. Wait. Cannot be visited. Okay, that's a little strange that it's showing up then. We've got the Shrine of Sacrilege there. See, we've got all these locations that I'd normally hit up as we go. But we'll have to come back for them once we get our normal crew.
Let's make this quick. Good night.
Dang, 75 sneak attack damage. That stuff is pretty good at least.
At least try to entertain me.
Okay, Ember took a little bit of damage there, which is not great. Okay, when is that whole approaches thing actually gonna happen? We haven't seen anything. Can't even tell if any of these markers are changing. Commander and her followers are traversing the mountains trying to track down the female woundworm that has lately been wreaking havoc around Dresden. The dwarf leading the party approaches the edge of the cliff and points down to the ruins of a tower built upon the rock 300 feet below. Its very existence raises a number of questions. Who would dare to build a tower here so close to the demons? Why would they erect it here at the bottom of a canyon? An expert analysis of the tower's structure provides the answers. Numerous features in its design indicate that the building dates back to the golden age of the Atlantean Empire. It is several times older than the Whirlwind and was originally constructed on top of a mountain before the cataclysm changed everything. The tectonic plates shifted, causing the tower to sink to the bottom of a newly formed canyon, and the mountains rose up around it like the jaws of a predator ready to snapshot and bury it beneath the rock forever. The ancient ruins have been abandoned for ages, barely visible amidst the steep cliffs. The tower would have remained hidden had the commander's party not discovered it by following the trail of blood. The dwarf signals that it is time to descend. The alpine path leading to the tower soon splits into two directions. On the left is a rocky ledge, dangerously narrow and visibly unstable. On the right is a broad path covered in overgrown brambles and thickets. There are many poisonous plants in these mountains, some of which are so dangerous that merely touching them can lead to numerous adverse reactions. These include but are not limited to migraine, disorientation, vomiting, hearing and vision loss, paralysis, and even death. We've got Wenduog, who has good nature, compared to everyone else having bad athletics and acrobatics. So we're going the bushes. Oh, I've also got perception. Commander decides to take the path to the right, which leads through thick foliage and overgrown bushes, most likely full of dangerous vegetation and possibly even carnivorous plants. These plants are difficult to distinguish from their less hazardous counterparts, and only a skilled botanist or wild animal native to the area might know which specimens pose no threat to humans, and which ones must be avoided at all costs. Honestly, Wenduog, as I said, Wenduog's nature is why. She's got a plus 14. I actually get to choose. Due to the difficulty of the check, though, I think I'm going to do my perception, because my 19 on perception makes it almost impossible to fail on any perception checks. This turns out to be a smart decision. The local predators tend to avoid the most poisonous plants. Then the trails are notices the recently mummified corpse of a female mountain cat. They fell prey to a thicket of blood-sucking vines. The path comes to an abrupt end. A recent rockslide has destroyed this section of the trail, leaving behind only a few footholds for those brave enough to attempt the crossing. Commander's allies hastily tie themselves together with rope, hoping to prevent a fall if anyone loses their footing. The dwarf silently indicates his mountaineering equipment. If they choose to climb down the mountain cliff, they'll be able to get back onto the path and avoid the dangers ahead. Well, both of these are terrible. Actually, we have him. He's actually pretty good. Definitely the athletics, strongest. Hooray! Assisted by their training and combat experience, the party climbs down slowly and steadily. Greyboar does not panic or make a single mistake as he skillfully leads his followers through the treacherous terrain. Eventually, they reach a secure rock ledge. Cry of warning, the dwarf points to the sky. Giant birds of prey circle ominously overhead. Their beak morphology indicates their carnivorous nature, and their large size suggests they consider those climbing down the cliff to be prospective prey. It is common for them to fling their quarry against the cliffs and then feed on the carcasses. With ear-piercing shrieks, they swoop into formation and dive down to attack. That's down by 10. Whereas that's down by 9. Either option is rather risky, but we're going to go with the slightly better check. Suspended over the chasm, Greyboar meets the leader of the flock with a decisive blow. With screeching and splashing of blood, the leader plummets. The rest of the flock fly away in fear, not wanting to share his fate. The party overcomes every obstacle and finally descends to the ruined tower. The mountain has been conquered and no one has fallen victim to its treachery. Now they secretly approach the unsuspecting dragon, stealthily making their way through the surrounding rocks. After leading them to the tower, the dwarf gives his newfound allies a nod of respect and signals for caution. At least we made it, that's good. Some of those checks were a little risky though. Not my favorites. And that's probably why they have Greyboar with us, as a guaranteed you have someone who at least has a chance. Ooh, level up. Okay. Let's see what we got. I mean, I don't need higher than 20, I feel like. And I'm kind of focusing on world knowledge. Laugh at death. Ah, saving throws against death effects. Nice. That is rather ironic considering my Lich path. Let's see, what do you got for us, Windwalk? Probably just gonna boost your nature, because it's falling behind just a little bit compared to everything else. You have yet another feat available. Weapon specialization. Your threat range is doubled. I'm not actually entirely sure what that means. Got the advanced weapon training. Weapon training bonus to initiative. That's actually kind of nice. Oh. If I get this one, all of those team feats that require someone else to be nearby to use them, they all automatically count. I don't actually have to have someone who has it nearby. That's kind of nice, actually. Reflex saving throws. Honestly, the tactics are nice, but the trained initiative is pretty powerful as well. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. Because, sure, why not? Ember! As for your abilities, your magic device is already pretty high. Let's give you some Arcana and some Religion. And I guess we're also going to boost your Persuasion because you can't go any higher on the other two. Oh my gosh, we have yet another Hex ability. What's this one? Oh, the fast healing is kind of nice, actually. You know what? Let's get that regenerative sinew. It's actually kind of useful. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, let's absolutely do Baleful Polymorph. Turn the enemy into a simple dog. Only if they don't succeed on the check, though. Which means my spell save DC would be good to improve. Of course, looking at my stats, I'm not entirely sure what that is. But I assume it's charisma, based off of the fact that she has a higher charisma. For Darin, you've already got your persuasion. We're upping your mobility, so we have someone who can actually do that. For your abilities, I mean, Greater Command is pretty nice. Let's see. Flame Strike is kind of fun. 1d6 per caster level. So that'd be 10. Wait, that would be a 10d6 actually. That's actually a pretty powerful attack. Oh, I can raise the dead. Of course, I need a diamond, but... And we've actually got a lot of potential spells here. Honestly, the Flame Strike here is a pretty powerful one to have. Very nice. As for Regil... Yeah, we've been ignoring his Hell Knight stuff. It's okay, but not that great. Okay, what are You're going athletics. So you're gonna replace our athletics abilities. See, the problem is, he actually is not using his hooked hammer anymore. So that actually isn't very useful. I also don't remember what weapon he is using. I think it was a great axe, maybe? Might have been. Dodge. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know how good it is. It requires an offhand. I mean, the Hammer of the Gap is good, but I don't think he does multiple attacks, is the problem. Then again, I'm also not seeing many more. Okay, let's do it. Why not? There's not a lot of good options for him. Yeah, I'll just keep your stuff going. 'Cause I'm not really planning on keeping you around either. Do you have the death's door? Yeah, you have death's door. Eh. Well, he might not make it through. Rip to be
I'll go
him.
ahead.
Oh, there's someone here. Greyboar whispers approvingly. I've crept up onto the lizard without her noticing us. It's a pleasure to work with real professionals. Let's get a little closer so we can attack when she least expects it. The dragon looms over an old elf, her vicious teeth bared in an angry snarl. You recognize his face. He is called the Storyteller. Hey, buddy, I've been looking for you. I know you're in league with those little parasites who wounded me. They sent me to spy on me. They thought I wouldn't crave the crunch of your old bones. They were wrong. I've always had a special liking for the taste of elven flesh, but I do love to play with my food. What can you offer me in exchange for your pathetic life? Perhaps I won't kill you if you manage to impress me. The Storyteller is pale as a ghost, but he stands strong and doesn't lose his nerve. But his voice trembles slightly as he speaks. A story. Stories are all I have, but some of them are priceless, more valuable than any treasure. This I can offer you in payment. Honestly, I don't think we need to stealth it. I'm worried. I want to make sure Storyteller doesn't get injured. So that would be a bad situation. I'll attempt a stealth check. I have a peculiar item on me. Its previous owner was quite sinister, so I think you'll appreciate this story. Storyteller produces a small bundle from his bag and opens it to reveal a golden signet ring. As he holds it up in his shaking hands, the old man's voice suddenly changes. His tone grows shrill and angry, taking on an exaggerated quality, as if doing a mocking imitation of someone else. Everything in this throne room is so cheap and vulgar. Demande the Aldoi knows nothing about luxury. Another sorry provincial excuse for an aristocrat. And yet I must bow my head and smile politely at these sword-wagging halflings. These poor souls have never known anything more luxurious in their life than this royal parody of a palace. I must convince them that I am at their mercy. Soon they will all beg me for mercy. But I'll see that they've given none, or my name isn't Tartukio. And look at these foolish idiots who want to become a baron. What a parade of louts. A whining, bumbling bore, more beard than face, who drones on and on. An insolent, unwashed wench carrying around a dull gardening tool as her weapon of choice. An undead sadist carrying an endless amount of emotional baggage from her childhood. She's actually alright, to be fair. But as for the infuriating halfling who never shuts up. How I long to take that little journal of hers and shove it into her blabbering mouth so she'll choke on it and be quiet. A worthless creature who clings like a limpet to someone far more important. My greatest rival, a dark horse. Well, consider this entire performance dedicated to you. The old elf is out of breath, and his diminishing voice becomes harder to discern. Okay, well, we managed to succeed the first time. I don't think a 21 stealth check is gonna work, but we will attempt. I am incredibly surprised. This night will be long and bloody. The mercenaries will storm the palace and kill this useless rat. Hopefully starting with all my rivals. But they won't touch me, for I possess a token of immunity. A ring with King Iravethi's personal footmarks. After all, it is I who must lead the expedition into the stolen lands, not for stupid titles or glory, oh no. Imagine becoming that fool Demandi's bootlicker until the end of your life. No, my precious, witless little soldiers will procure something a lot more valuable than a barony in the middle of nowhere. Something precious is hidden in stolen lands. A wooden sword created by someone who is truly powerful. Nothing like the pathetic scraps of metal worn by these pompous Eldora simpletons. No, it is a true instrument of fate. It is a pity I don't know how to use it for myself. But King Irvati will pay me an obscene amount of money for it. Fortunate enough for an eternity of endless debauchery. Not to mention a little bonus he'll give me for Germondi's venture collapsing into like a house of cards. Merely a trifle really. It barely buys you a palace in Absalom. And then... Oh, Callistra! This stinkpot with a sword has started flapping her jaws again. Why can't she just shut up? Her manners are worse than the kobolds. Be careful now, Tartukio. Don't let anything slip about Germondi. I hope this loudmouth gets stabbed tonight. The storyteller's voice grows louder and sharper. It's not like you're being kept prisoner. If you don't want to wait, you can always return to the mountains, or whatever other place you crawl out from. I especially advise you to do so if you don't know who the Eldori Sword Lords are. The dragon keeps quiet. Finally, she speaks, her voice loud and demanding. How interesting. What happened next? Greybor tenses, ready to spring. He wastes no words. She's thinking. She's distracted. Attack now. Okay. I have an interesting story too. The dragon turns toward you in astonishment. What? You again? You sent this miserable old daughter to distract me with his chatter while you sneak up on me? Yeah, Greybor isn't as appreciative of that, I'm sure. Yep. Hey, that crit. Sneak attack crit did a good amount. Don't let the dragon get off the ground. She'll set fire. She'll set everything on fire. Eh. Well, time to get going.
As it should be.
Let's explore. I mean, it's not showing me a timer. So until I'm given an actual timer, I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, we can actually go over here. That's probably not a good idea for now. We will keep note, we can actually go down those stairs. Oh. Well, raining down fire. I can't see you. Greybor appears calm, but the chill in his voice and the veins standing out in his neck leave you in no doubt of his true plans. I didn't know how to get up there, buddy. Expected more from your party. I managed to track down the dragon and lead you to her lair, and you let her fly away. Yeah, she'll be more wary. She'll lay low and be more careful when she hunts. There's no point in continuing this mission. I'm going back to Dresden to look for another job. Yeah, whatever. I wonder where my latest autosave put us.
The fatigue.
I want to see. Because I didn't realize that there was a timer going on. And that was not exactly a lot of time. Oh, where are we? Oh, did it put us back here? Back when we wounded the dragon? Did it really put us that far back? Oh my gosh. So it just ignored the entirety of the tower. I mean, we don't need to read. Oh. Okay. Well, we didn't succeed on that one. No need to deal with the birds. So we're a little more injured this time. That's a shame. Oh, and it put us here, so no sneak attack. Which also means I don't like that. Wait, excuse me, game. You saved that, but not my other version? No. That's stupid. I don't like the saving mechanics in this game. They're a little funky. It saves the negative stuff, but not the positive stuff. Because we took way longer to go through all of our other stuff because we were reading. And we went through more, did more checks.
The fatigue befalls even.
I mean, we know what we're doing. Okay. 'Cause 17... Yeah. That is the better option. Okay, there we go. That's the stuff that we wanted. Oh, right. Our level up was not saved either, I just realized. So we'll have to speed through that as well. I'm going to put in a manual save after we put all of that down then. Oh, I need to remember exactly what we put our stats into now. Because when we boosted nature. What did she actually go with? Was it the advanced weapon training? Yeah. Ember. Chose the sinew and baleful polymorph. Darren, you boosted your mobility. And then got Flame Strike. Regil boosted Athletics, I think. I actually don't remember. I think we did, but I don't actually remember for sure. As for your feet, you did Hammer the Cat. And then Grey Bar was all automatic. So, okay. I'm going to put a manual save in. So we save the level up system.
That is not far.
That, and we also have a few checks to make here. There we go, that's better.
Close ranks.
Okay, we're doing a lot of damage. Ooh, Regil's taking a hit though. Oh dear, Regil went down.
Our tactics. Went awry.
Hold on.
Damn.
Where's your brand new spell, Damon? Where is it? Oh, we gotta select the town. Oh, you don't have it right now. That's dumb. There we go. Oh, Greyboar also got a crippling wound. No surprise there. Okay. So the problem here is we need to figure out how to get to that point.
In due time.
'Cause that's part of the struggle. There we go.
On my sight!
Oh, hi person. Greyboar looks with satisfaction at the surrounding carnage. That's a job well done. You need your head to decorate your tent. I'm going back to Dresden. It's been a pleasure working with you. Okay, bye I guess. Good luck. If you'd like to hire me again, you'll find me in Dresden. Yep, that's your thing. But what's going on here? An unidentified amulet at the moment. What is it? Ember, you can identify it. Path of the Pair. Yeah, but I need a second one and it requires them to be in close proximity, so not that great actually. Okay, now we're gonna loot, because I made the mistake of trying to do that sooner. Hello? Why are... Ember? Actually, yes, Ember would be the one who does the check. That's why it's not happening, because she is exhausted. I wonder why. Why is she the only one?
It happens sometimes.
All according to plan.
Did I fail?
Yeah, seems like once I fail, I cannot attempt again. Which is somewhat annoying, I will admit. No. Wait, that was a little strange. See, I don't know what's up with you, Marilyn. Okay, there's a bunch of loot, but some of the... Oh. Oh, were you a summon? Actually, you might be my summon, actually. Because I've never killed anything with as many hit dice as the dragon.
Maybe I did something wrong here?
Well, hi, storyteller. I have plenty to do with you.
I'll go ahead.
You old texts are lying about in this broken down tower. Okay, let's see what we can find. Of course, we can grab all of these things that I had previously, and then for the cause of my loss. There it is. Yeah, those ones don't show up as easily. I have to get a little closer than on others to make sure they're there. But luckily, the map shows it all. Okay, we'll meet in Dresden. So now you should be back in Dresden. Got it. So next time we go there, we should have him there and then we can complete a number of other quests. But we are going to want to bring Sela along with us. Because we are a short on party members at the moment. Okay, we've got this layer to search now. Oh, okay. It'd be a little foggy.
What a find.
Oh. Hi there. Am I fighting an evil plant? Is that what I'm doing? Silent Mandragora. I can't tell what it's actually trying to do. 'Cause it's not actually doing much to us. It is annoyingly tanky though. And they woke up the enraged and the spellcaster.
Why am I so weak?
Whoa! Windua! You suddenly took a large amount of damage. What happened?
Only death can stop me.
Thank you for amusing me.
No, not like this. No, not like this.
Oh! Hey! Yep, we got the Marlith show up. Yeah, I had Ember start shooting fireballs because these things were being resistant. Those things were like super tanky. And on top of that, they also were resistant to my weapon
As it
types,
should be.
which was even more rude. Excuse me, can I? Kind of? There we go. Okay, my camera's not fully allowing me into said room. Which is really annoying.
That is not far.
Okay. I am now confused. How do we leave? Do I have to go back up? I'm not actually sure. Man, dang it. If I had Seela here, I could do Lay on Hands and cure Ember of that fatigue. Okay, there we go. Where do we go to get out of here then? Because it's apparently not down there. Do I go back through here where I came in? I don't remember seeing an exit there though. Oh, no, there is an exit. Dang, I don't remember that being there, but maybe I was just far enough outside of the range to not see it? I'm not sure. Come on, Ember. You got this. It's gonna take you a while, but you got this. Okay, right. Army already was done. I don't know why it stopped. We're gonna go ahead and say hi to the Shrine of Sacrilege right now. Actually. Sacrilege, whatever. Since we're here, we might as well do it. And then on our way back, we can go back to Dresden. If there's anything along the way, we'll get it. well, I see a cave.
Battle formation.
Okay, obliterated. I'm fine with that. Oh, I am also fatigued. Actually, Wendrog and Rachel are the only ones not fatigued right now. And technically my Skelly. But I don't think my Skelly
I am your
can get
judge,
fatigued.
and soon your executioner.
They'll
Close
beg me
ranks.
to stop.
Although Executioner is rather injured. And there he goes. Executioner is down. Obviously, the cave is our main thing here. So where's that? Is that over here? Yeah. Inside the cave we go. Let's see what we find.
Battle formation.
More Babo. And some lovely traps, which we are most likely going to activate in the midst of battle. Because, yeah, we don't even have Sela, who was our main person to disarm, who was our only person, actually, to disarm traps. Wait. Skellyman! Oh, well. That didn't work. Sorry, Skellyman. You'll come back, though. The others are a little more annoying to deal with. But yeah, we don't
I
actually
see something
have...
over there.
Oh. A trap. How wonderful. Yeah, I don't think anyone can actually disarm the trap. Can they? Oh, I
It
can.
is finished.
But I have terrible trickery. Like, I'm pretty sure my trickery is a negative. Alright, wait. Wait, I can give my Skelly equipment? Oh. Hold up. I didn't realize I could give my Skelly equipment. Let's see, because you can use a bunch of different weapons. I mean, I'm thinking... Yeah, your +3 falchion is actually pretty solid. Oh, on trickery skill checks. Oh, that's nice, actually. I might want to save those for Woljif. I mean, I don't have many items at the moment because I sold most of them just recently. But we'll keep that in mind, that my Skelly can have his equipment upgraded. That is good to know. I did not realize that. Alright, I was going to check my stats. Yeah, I have a -4 on trickery. It's pretty dang bad, so I'm not surprised, or I am surprised that I managed to disarm it.
Interesting.
Well, I will attempt to disarm it.
This is
Yep,
not
that's-
possible.
That's more what I expected, to be honest.
I am your judge, and soon
The sacrament is corrupted! Okay.
to surrender.
Oh, Rachel!
In our tactics,
No.
Actually, that's a problem, Rachel.
in our tactics.
I'm wounded. This is not
Wait, I went? Oh my gosh, we all just went down. What? Why did we suddenly all get obliterated?
There was a flaw in our tactics.
Hold on. I'm confused. We don't normally have this much trouble. What happened? Like, what in the world just happened that we all got wiped out? You're resistant to fire, which is rude.
Minimosi, Travisi.
Of course, it's a stupid mirror image. Yeah, you! How are you not dead? Okay, let's do that. So not a bunch of little guys to tank hits for us. I doubt they'll actually be able to hit anything. But he'll be attacking them, I hope. Nope, that's gonna smack us. Unless I were to no, because we've got them unconscious over there. Big AoE is not exactly a good idea. Maybe one of these skeletons will do something. They're at least helping illuminate the mirror images. Okay, Ember is struggling a little bit.
Ouch!
Yep, a little bit of an ouchie, that's for sure, but that's okay. Okay, cure moderate wounds on herself, so she doesn't die. Skeletons, do the fighting for me. I don't know why we suddenly failed to do anything to this guy. I mean, look at that! My army of skeletons did all the damage for me! And even more skeletons! Yeah, Darren can just summon an infinite army, essentially. It'd be really funny if anyone else got this ability as well. Okay, so we all need a rest. That much is immediately obvious. I don't know how those
I'll go
two
ahead.
party wiped us. Or just about party wiped us. That was bad.
What a find.
Oh, that was all my skellies disappearing. Ah, there we go. That's how I get to it. Oh, hold on. I remember the mysterious cave had these. Same exact kind of setup. We never actually figured out the puzzle in that cave though. So I wonder if there's another cave near here, or if those ones can also go in that puzzle. I also don't understand the whole natural healing outside of combat thing that we seem to have going on. It's nice, but I don't know why it's happening. But yeah, I think those guys were technically elite enemies, so that's part of why they were so strong. Oh, and he's in. Dang it, buddy! Oh dear. +2 breastplate. Okay. Let's, real quick, make sure to put that back on, because I don't want him getting bopped. And we rest, because, yeah, no. Well, Rachel is going to do his best in the camouflage. Oh, I need to change the recipe. We don't have the ingredients for midnight soup. I'll just pick something. I don't care much, to be honest.
Dying isn't hard at all.
Okay. Oh, you guys still have the death's door status. That's not ideal. Yeah, we want to make our way back to Dresden in that case. Oh, Fort Stone Maze? That one, okay. Oh, well, that attack out of nowhere, that happened. Okay. That's okay, though. Ooh, we have a level up. Let's see. Ooh, energy recovery is actually kind of nice. Oh, a +5 bonus to power. Hold on. Arcane or Divine? I mostly use Scorching Ray, which is Arcane. So I could really nuke him in that case. On the other hand, Cure Wound would be the divine option. Yeah, if... I definitely think my healing is good enough at the moment. And my energy recovery is okay. Yeah, I think just nuking them with my arcane magic is what I want to do. These guys need to make their way... Where is it? Sun Maze! Attack! You guys chose to attack us? You don't get to flee now! Luckily my army was ready to go. Oh, they're weak! I'm not even going to use my abilities. I'm pretty sure my people can do this no problem. Yeah, no threat. Like, come on, you guys seriously thought you could take us on? Save my energy for stronger fights. Alright, brand new Army 5. Yeah, hasn't quite been a week. Pretty sure we're getting close though. Or that's Army 4, not Army 5. I can count sometimes. Let's see. How strong is this one? Okay, that Demon Army is a tier 5. Doesn't look to be too bad. We've also got this tier 4 Demon Army that we might be able to go take on. But we don't exactly have great numbers right now is my biggest problem. Okay. Time for us to merge. Can I assign you guys a general? Not quite. I need a tiny bit longer before I get that going. Because I get the feeling we don't have too many of those guys. Because the cultists are pretty weak. Brummeroks are the most dangerous. And then there's the cultist fighters. See, I need a proper energy offensive that I can use, but my guy that I have is purely trap-based. Not ideal. Okay. Oh yeah, there's Winter Sun. Yeah, I'm gonna say take on that rank 4 Demon Army, maybe. Because I can go through and I can actually blast... most of the enemy armies pretty darn easily at this point. With this crew. Yeah, and for a number of them, I don't even need to worry about using my energy necessarily. I often do because it makes it easier, but it's not actually a necessity. Okay, that was all of your guys' movement. Let's go check on that. Ooh, relic will be augmented. So there's that one. Okay, we healed the giants. Okay. As for our events. Oh, I can... Ooh, okay, let's see. Part of his magical force is still there. Okay, so we get to decide what weapon or tool we're making out of it. Honestly, let's go with the belt. I think that's definitely the most valuable. Ooh, okay, we got a few more. Soul Shear, Sword of Valor. I mean, the Sword of Valor is going to be a big logistics one. Actually, that is our only available logistics one. So I guess we might as well do that. And then we've got our diplomacy. Let's do the other symbol first. So we are currently missing a leader one, but all of our leader ones require us to be back in Dresden. Oh, the Alchemist Lab is finished. That's good. Let's check and see if we've got anything else we can do. I don't know if we have any other resources to build anything, to be honest. Oh, we do! Okay, that's good. So obviously we've got our Citadel. But like, I don't think it's actually that helpful, if I'm being honest. We could do another Alchemist Lab. All trainable units in an adjoining building. So hold on, that would be HP. I'd have to decide where to put that. Either next to archery or barracks. And I'm thinking... I think that one should go next to archery so our archers don't get wiped out again. Obviously, hospital... That's a huge one. Because that's better infirmary. Which is very important for low-level generals to try and get a leg up. All allied units within the fort's area of control, bonus to speed, combat morale, and initiative. Okay, doesn't say it's only limited to one, but you might as well only have one. Ooh, rest in the fort without increasing the corruption. That's a good one. Ooh, +1 to attack. Should we put that one in barracks or archery, though? Oh, wait, we already have a smithy here. Ooh, teleportation circle. Let me, real quick, buy that, so we can get a teleportation circle to get back to Dresden quickly. If need be. That's good. That'll be a huge one. It does mean that I can't do anything else. I need a better income of materials. That's one of my biggest limits at the moment. Okay. But that's all we can do there for the time being. back to Dresden. Straight to the Citadel. Let's go. Real quick, we're gonna start with doing the leadership things that we couldn't do while we were out. And then, once we finish with that, then we'll head over to find the storyteller. Commander, Neva agrees with a slight nod. I have some information for you, though what I found out is mostly innocent. It might be a cause for concern. Okay. It's about the well-being of one of your companions. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things. If that's against regulations, we let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently, my people have noticed socio among them, and the gambling seems to be having a healthy effect on them. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs with all these spies and cultists. I have too much on my plate as it is. But this time it's about someone you trust with your life, so maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. I guess? I mean, it's not exactly like he's doing anything with us. But okay, side quest. Silkind? Okay. Ah, you're the Blackstone Company. Got it. Before you stands a tall, fit man whose dark hair is already tinged with grey. He greets you with a brisk military salute. My name is Captain Silkind. Command the vanguard of a mercenary group called the Blackstone Company. We've come from Andoran to assist you. Okay, know more about your unit. The Blackstone Company is proud to be recognized as one of the finest Andoran mercenary regiments. Not a bunch of unscrupulous sellswords looking to oppress the innocent and serve the tyrants of the world. No, we're adventurers eager to get involved in a dangerous enterprise and leave it with pockets full of gold and a clear conscience. Which is why we held a vote among our units. We were glad to accept Queen Galfrey's invitation to join the crusade, though some of our commanders did voice their displeasure with the sum she offered. Like I said, we Andorans are free people who cannot be pushed around and who cannot be bought, only convinced. Alright, why you want to join us then? Queen Galfrey paid for our services, but please do not think we're fighting for gold alone. We are true sons and daughters of Andorans. The ideals of equality and resisting enslavement ring true in our hearts. We'll be glad to stand in the way of demons who seek to force mortal kind into bondage. The bulk of our company made camp in Neurosian, but the vanguard, consisting of our finest soldiers, if I may add, was put under your command. Okay, know more about you. The man flashes a genuine smile. I don't know what to say. I'm a soldier, bit of an explorer, and just an all-around honest man. Alright. Yes, ma'am. Glad to be under your command. Captain Silkind salutes you again, smiles and adds in a softer voice. It'll be an honor to serve you, Commander. If you have any questions, let me know. If you need to talk, I'd be happy to lend an ear. Okay. Wait, what's with all the bushes? Is that Daeron's prank that was mentioned? The overwhelming fragrance of roses hits you as soon as you enter the headquarters. Roses occupy every inch of available space, fresh and sweet-smelling as if they had just come into bloom. The scene is capped off by Daeron, who stands in the center of this rosarium with a single red rose in his hand, and an expression of utter innocence on his face. Ah, Zara, so good you dropped by. As you can see, I've been working on a little something, and I'm afraid some of your advisors are less than happy about it. Sure, if by a little something you mean an entire shipment of freshly cut roses teleported here from some southern country. Erebeth shifts from foot to foot, glaring at the flowers pressing in from all sides. You could have outfitted an entire unit with the money you spent on this. Fortunately, they were my own personal funds, so I spent them as I saw fit. Oh, this gloomy citadel needed an injection of beauty. Daeron brings his crimson rose to his face and inhales its scent, his eyes never leaving yours. That's none of my business, of course, but I've known you a long time, Daeron Arondir. The whole thing looks like another scandalous stunt concocted to rile the Crusaders. If you want to pay court to the commander, don't do it in our headquarters. Well, I have no problems with this. It is kind of amusing. A tragic misunderstanding has occurred. Darren pauses while continuing to cast delighted glances at you over his rose. Thing is, I had no intention whatsoever of courting the commander in the romantic sense of this word. It never even crossed my mind. I do not know what led you to such a superficial conclusion. Darren holds the rose with the utmost delicacy, waving it gently from side to side. According to recent research conducted by Absalom scholars, the scent of roses reduces stress and fatigue, refreshes one's thoughts, and stimulates intellectual activity. But I only had the good of the crusade in mind when I placed these flowers here. My actions were entirely selfless and sincere. You know what? Let's tease him back. It never crossed your mind, you say? Well, in that case, it won't ever cross my mind to fill your bedroom with crates of Crusaders' unwashed unmentionables. They all have to be stored somewhere, I suppose. Darren smirks. Don't worry, should that happen, I'll find another room for myself. Perhaps even another bedroom. And not an empty one. He bows. I do believe my work here is done. Till next time, Zara. Zacharias! Aha! The grim voice of Zacharias Lich suddenly booms inside your mind. Student, you have proven yourself a worthy crusader. To defeat the demons in this war, you have fearlessly sought the secrets of death. Your determination deserves respect. Now we can proceed with your great transformation into a lich. For that, I shall need a suitable laboratory where I can scrutinize and condition your spiritual body in solitude, preparing it for rebirth. As for you, you'll need a place from which you can rule over legions of the dead. Give the order to erect a ziggurat in the dressing room. Zacharias' imperious voice betrays a hint of vanity. It must be an imposing building, one worthy of receiving me as its guest. This is where you will discover eternal life. If the need arises to demolish a few buildings for the construction, ensure that they are located far enough away from the squalor of the slums. I do not wish for my ingredient stores to be ravaged by rats. I don't actually want to do the chaotic option here, just because I want him to go through with this, and I worry that that might result in that not happening. So we'll just do a normal, I'll see it done. Do not let me down, student. Okay, well, we have a new building we need to construct.
Let's save some adventures for later.
Lady Konomi, a sharp-looking kitsune gives you a quick business like now. Commander, the matters before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konomi, the official attaché of Nerosian. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Godfrey's seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarters' diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konomi asked me to join this council, but I will do my best to fill the shoes of a trained diplomat. I, like many nobles, have been trained in diplomacy, and in fact I hold the title of Royal Emissary. It is passed down the Erndi line. I must say that prior to this day I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendo's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandals will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows, I might even enjoy it. Alright, what's on the agenda then? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Nerosian is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you're out of control and fancy yourself an independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encountered supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Neurosian in mind, why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from the accusations of schemers. Oh, pander to the naysayers. I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor, Sarah. This is your victory, and if Cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. See, yeah, we don't exactly bow to anyone. So there's that. What did I do to incur Neurosian's discontent? You were too good. You reclaimed Canabras, you won the Battle of Dresden, you're a menace to the world, and your authority grows, and the influence of the Queen's confidence diminishes. This creates the impression that there's only enough space for you at the top. The members of the Royal Council are afraid that you will muscle them out of the political arena altogether. After all, you're doing so well, maybe Her Majesty doesn't need them that much. Therefore, they might try to discredit you, impede your war effort, reduce the scale of your victories, make some concessions, and they'll see that you're open to your negotiations. No, if they want to impede me, then I'll just prove that I can do what I can as is. Darren, parade in my honor. Moment, Commander. I understand that you're used to being the highest authority in all matters, but political decisions are an exception. I am a professional in this field, you are not. By ignoring my recommendations, you are not only deliberately seeking conflict with the capital, but disregarding common sense as well. I urge you to reconsider. Yeah, you invited my companions and now you refuse to listen to their opinion. I am simply suggesting that you give your companions time to find their feet in the council and to grasp the principles of being a diplomat. Also, if they weren't on the council, your decisions could be mistaken for the decrees of a tyrant. That is definitely not the public image you need. Ah, now I understand the role I've been given, Lady Konomi. I'm supposed to stand in a pretty doublet and keep my mouth shut. I can promise you the former, but not the latter. Alright. So you want to talk back? She shrugs disarmingly. I do hope you'll forgive me this little revolt. I'm merely doing my job by trying to satisfy my superiors from the capital, who are, incidentally, your superiors as well. Nope. I don't like listening to them. Lady Konomi's voice hardens. I cannot challenge your decision. However, I have no choice but to inform the capital that you have disregarded my recommendations. Actions like these are precisely what gave Neurosian cause for concern, Commander. I hope you will revise this defiant stance in the future. I am about to become an almighty lich. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Oh, this is going to be one glorious parade. I'll make sure of it. An appropriate balance between spectacle and military pragmatism. The best musicians, playing hymns, aesthetically pleasing warriors. After this, recruits from all over Hearthstone will come running to fight under your banner. And with that, we can bring this meeting of the Diplomatic Council to a close. It is unfortunate that things are so tense, but I'm sure we'll soon have many more opportunities to resolve any misunderstandings between us. Okay, so much for us to do, so much! Captain Odin. Tall, gaunt half-elf saunter salutes you solemnly. Commander, it is an honor to call this first meeting of the Military Council to order. I am Captain Odin, and I've been serving under your command ever since the assault on the Great Garrison. I will do my best to be of as much use to you as possible in this role. The foundation of the military is cold calculation and discipline. These are the principles I will seek to impart to Crusaders. If we are to win this war, we must forget about mercy. For our enemies, for our troops, and for ourselves. Well, Commander, your sister Seela is no renowned general, but she spent half her life tussling with evil. Looks like I'll be stepping up on behalf of all of Iomede's faithful here. I hope my advice will prove useful. Sorry, Seela, but you are unlikely to be that useful. Ooh, Wendell! Mistress, your army needs to change. The Uplanders have already proven that their methods of warfare are lacking, and their fastidiousness leads to unnecessary losses. I'll teach them how to cast aside their morals and destroy the enemy by the most ruthless means available. The first issue in the Military Council's agenda is the reorganization of troops. Our infantry has been bled dry. The forces Her Majesty granted us were enough to take Dresden, but we need more troops to hold it. Furthermore, the army we assembled in great haste after the assault on Canabras was never adequately equipped. Unfortunately, we don't have much time for redeployment. Our scouts report that a powerful Baylor, Karamzada, is already preparing a retaliatory strike on Dresden. But we can rely on freshly conscripted Mendevian soldiers. They may not have the skill, but our strength, as always, lies in the number and fervor of the volunteers joining the Crusades. And that's why the Crusades keep failing. Because you're not relying on quality, you're relying on quantity. No matter how many you throw, it's not going to make a difference. We can't throw everyone into the meat grinder. We'll just get our youths killed for nothing. We need to select the best among the recruits, or even better, hold a contest. The bravest and the most capable will join the Crusades. The death count is always highest in the infantry. Its purpose is to serve as a shield. It would be wise to invest our resources in hiring and training heavy footmen with shields to ensure maximum protection, even if it limits their mobility and makes them less threatening to the enemy. An ominous smile spreads across Wendorg's face. I've noticed that not all Uplanders are equal. While some eat and drink all they like, others sit in stone cells for gongs on end, feeding on refuse. You call those criminals. They have no rights, so why don't we force them to join our ranks and get ourselves a fresh supply of troops? Okay. As I said, just flat-out quantity is not going to do us any good. Quality is good. As our shield, in my opinion, having proper tanks is one of the most important parts. The biggest concern with doing Wendorg's choice would be the fact that they fall under the same category of quantity instead of quality. And I don't know if it's a thing in this game, but I wouldn't put it past at this point of potential abandonment. So in that case, I think what I'm going to go with is the shield bearers, because they do a better job of staying alive, which then allows the damage dealers, namely archers often, to actually have a chance to do something. So we'll follow Regiel's suggestion. Go shield. Regiel's expression remains impenetrable. I will monitor the recruiter's work and the preparations of all necessary equipment. Captain Odon salutes you formally. Thank you, Commander. When the reforms are finished and the ranks of our infantry are replenished, I will assemble the military council to discuss new decisions.
Are you sure you
Okay.
wish to exhaust us?
Council number 3 out of 4. Hail, Commander! Before you an aged yet fit and sturdy Garundi stands at attention. His dark skin has an earthy tone to it, and crystals sparkle forth from where his hair and eyebrows should be, clearly identifying him as an Oread. Captain Hamatan, chair of your staff council, by order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on this council too. Celeb salutes briskly. They'll be racking our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Lead your soldiers by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experience as a paralactor, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, be it an incentive or penalty, and to be decisive. We have no need for doubts or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor, but do you know what that means? That you are doomed to listen to my advice? To start things off, here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyalty, passion, and morale. All of these can easily be bought with money. Commander, permission to report. We encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers, we're now seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with victory, and they are not keen on staying in the garrison. Those from Canabras wish to return home and rebuild their ruined city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up with a retaliatory expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve living conditions for the privates, raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with commendations and gifts. Soldiers don't want to leave armies that appreciate them. I feel for those folks, but we have to convince them to stay. I think we might get some help from the servants of the gods. They'll tell the soldiers that the danger is not yet past and inspire them to keep up the fight against evil. As long as the wound is open, the world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That kind of attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigators, arrest them, and administer harsh punishment to make an example of them. Oh, this problem is quite simply solved with coin. But handing out money out to privates is practically throwing it away. We need to pay the officers handsomely. Then they'll figure out how to raise their subordinates' morale. Okay. Yes, I do agree with Regil. We need to keep a strict rein on them. However, only desertion is the problem. Everyone else has actually been... They have valid reasons. I don't care about religion. I really feel like I should have picked the atheist route. I technically have a god, not that I care much for them. So it's between Darren's and Captain Hamilton. Privates or officers? Honestly, I think the private, because giving them good rewards and incentives is definitely better than leaving it to just the officers to come up with something. Because there's only so much they can do. We'll go with Captain Harmatens. At once. I'll distribute the pay and rations right away. Commendation list won't take long. We should see results shortly. Thank you, Commander. Should any other difficulties arise that require your attention, I'll deliver a new report promptly. Alright, so there's that. And... Dorgalinda Stranglehold. Hail, Commander! Middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with one barely moving bone-dry hand. On her face are huge, scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, but she is watching you with the other, intent and somber. Dorgalinda Stranglehold, chair of the Logistic Council, at your service. Garcel's an ugly situation that requires your decision. I will definitely prove useful to this council. I know more about survival than all of the Uplanders combined. I will teach your soldiers how to procure whatever they need, even in a place as unforgiving as the Whirlwind. But most importantly, I can tell you how to use what you have wisely. Everything is always in short supply in the cave, so neithers are experts at conserving resources. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. We need more of everything, and what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provisions are rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the papers. And fools are not the worst problem. There's also theft. Some officers grease palms to get a helmet with stylish plumage, or a fancy blade from an Erosian. Meanwhile, that means ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives, hammer, and tongs. It's time to give the entire logistics staff the bum's rush. Question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them? I've seen the people who are in charge of gear in our mercenary units. Those are razor-sharp fighters. They're gritty, tight-fisted, and hard-boiled, unlike our adults. If we convince them to work for us instead, they'll put things in order here, and they might help us come to an understanding with other mercenaries if need be. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Neurosyn. Let them leave their cushy jobs in Mentiv and work up a sweat for the good of the Crusade. Honestly, yeah, mercenaries are mercenaries for a reason. That is the survival of the fittest scenario, so anyone who can survive knows what they're doing. Windward, you got this. Good. They'll teach the others to live a hard life. It'll make them stronger. Whenever my hunters have been hungry for a couple of days, they'd hunt their prey with twice as much energy. And it's decided. No matter what our new quartermasters are like, there's no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, I'll call the council right away. Okay, those are our 4 councils. Whew. So much happened there. Now we go in here. Let's see what else we have to do. Okay, we have our ziggurat. Obviously we need the resources, but we have to wait for logistics. Unfortunately, that's going to take 2 weeks to finish, because we're studying the Sword of Valor. Actually, that's still a 14-day. Isn't that... That's the beginning. Yeah, we're going to cancel that one, actually. I mean, I need the resources, but I'll just buy those myself. Yeah, we don't have any rank ups at the moment. As for my stats, currently everything is rank 2. Diplomacy is the highest. I'm actually kind of surprised. Reserves are 96. Again, 800 finance a day, 16 material, 7 energy. Actually, how much are we getting? Okay. Yeah, logistics is definitely falling behind. Military combat effectiveness. Okay, we want to buy the resources. Oh, nope. I mean, I could buy all of that, but I don't need to. We want to buy 150 of these. That way, for our decrees, I can now set up the ziggurat. Dang, it's gonna take 30 days. Man! Wow. That's gonna take a while to do. No logistics for the time being, I guess. Oh boy, okay. Oh, right. Let's see. We got 5 more days for the teleportation circle. Stone maze, let me see. Because we need to get buildings built in all of these locations. I definitely, if I can build something that'll boost my material points, that would be huge. Oh, I can only build 4 things here. This place is tiny. Let's see. Oh wait, material points. Yeah, we want a supply center then. Everywhere must have one of these. Okay, let me buy... $45. way we can get a supply center built. Okay. What else? This one's close enough that I don't think we need a citadel. To Dresden. I'll build the lab somewhere else, because that one can be built as many times as possible. We need to keep an eye on space. Increases recruitment growth for archery by 25%. I mean, a good number of archers would be huge. Oh, don't I have a quest to build the stables? I technically need to do that. Somewhere. Okay. So an inn is finance, which would also be good to have. Yeah, let's do that. That is 180. See, I have a bunch of gold, so I can just buy these myself. So we're gonna get an inn built. Hospital, again, build that somewhere with more space. In which case, I'm gonna do archery, so we need 72. And then... honestly, I might as well get the garrison as well. I might as well. Oh, nope. Not that many. I mean, I can, but I don't need to. Okay, there we go. That fort is clear, unless I make it bigger. And I don't want to be spending all of my resources. Because, I mean, I have a bunch of gold, yeah, but I don't want to spend it all. Okay. We're not ready to be doing any more stuff there. We need to go do the 3 quests that are related to the storyteller now. Because we have 3 of them. So I guess the roses are just here to stay. That's kind of funny.
I tire.
Okay, they all seem to say the same thing. Alright. We're heading outside. Night Gamblers. So that's the graveyard one. Okay, why are we on a black screen game? Oh, okay, we crashed. Hi! Why did we crash, game? That's a little strange. All I did was go into the city. I didn't think that would be problematic. Well, let's load back in. I don't know why that did that. That was really weird, actually. We actually haven't had any other problems like that up to this point, so I don't know what caused that one. Okay. Well, put us back in here. Hopefully everything that we did was saved, because that was a lot that we did. Okay, this is not a great sign. Okay, we're good. I was really worried that it was about to go and break on me again. Okay. Yeah, we have oh, hey! Lady Kanome. We could go talk with her. Obviously, we have Dogalinda as well. But the main one that we're trying to go talk with right now is our storyteller friend, who should be... There he is. Hi, buddy. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Greetings. Have you brought me any story? Well, we got a page. Storyteller carefully takes the page from your hands. His fingers touch the ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following their lines. I see myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I'll find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. The elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkles on his face soften. Thank you, Zara. And please follow me to my story. Let's embark on this journey together. The storyteller inhales sharply a few times and begins his story. They are leaving. The people of Kyonin faced the coming Earthfell and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wise mages, and skilled healers. All of them hurried to the gates of Soverian, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Golorian. I'm ashamed and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover, in case you change your mind. With every sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watch the gate of the Soverian stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds, in case you change your mind. He hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I'll lose heart and find my way to Soverian. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. The Soverian stone? Magnificent crystal bent into an arch by a mighty hand of an ancient divine creator. Our great gate to other worlds. It breathes power. It dreams of eternity. Why did the elves decide to flee? The storyteller's lips purse with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. Their rulers long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Okay, so you know a little bit of magic if your master was a mage? Yes, I am an archmage, and this title is well deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic. But curiosity has always pushed me toward new knowledge since the first days of my apprenticeship. Why are you angry at them? I spent many hundreds of years in Kyonin. I've always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home. But the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I loved Golarion. All its places, all the forms it manifests in. I traveled widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels, but they weren't interested. They only cared about Kyonin. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. Alright, next up. Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower many miles to the north of Kyonin. I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air's groaning, giving way to huge rock rushing down in my well. And then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion and up to the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels, filling my eyes with darkness. Drowning in timelessness along with countless denizens of Golarion. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I came round, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I am blind. But no, little by little I begin to see the stone wall. I'm alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick, the smell of ash everywhere. A great burnt sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was recently the continent of Aslan. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk at day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly, like the last Archmage of Kyonin should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will never happen. I am still alive and I can fight Earthfall in the darkness. Not run from it in a blind panic like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. What can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their destruction. What can I do? But I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. Yeah, you're mentioning Earthfall. What is that? A disaster of untold proportions. An unborn planet dropped on Golarion by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslan is destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Golarion. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the soil is barren, dark creatures crawl out of their layers to rule. The most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. And the tower that you mentioned. It's my retreat to the north of Kyonin, my home away from home, my observatory. From its top I watch the stars, when they are correctly aligned, the other world as well. Here in the northern wastelands, I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days, I could see the mist over the lake of mists and veils in the east. That's how high I was. But what was next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice in a shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Golarion civilizations. They'll sink into oblivion and be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me. I shouldn't have raised my voice. This story was much harder than many before it. Most likely because I played the main role in it. It's so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside. Those that I felt a long time ago. Not remember them. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. Please, if you find other pages covered with ancient elven writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and we'll find out how my story ended, and perhaps even why I forgot it. Okay, I feel like we found more pages. Yes, you're right. Another piece of evidence from the past I've forgotten. The old elf's expression becomes withdrawn. Thank you. Okay. We found another one. So there are those. Examine the items. sense the souls of the two who were bound to this relic. One was an animal, the other a man, but neither was the master of the other. They were brothers. Most intriguing tale, do you want to hear it? If you bring me 1 vial of magic essence, 4 bars of cold iron, and 2 vials of doom blood, I can revive this relic and see into its place. Oh, dang. That's a few items, but it seems I might have enough of them, actually. Okay. Oh no, those ones are, red, so I assume I don't have... No, I don't have those materials. But we can restore the buckle. The elf cautiously uncorks the vials and begins to work his enchantments. The essence evaporates, turning into light that streams onto the buckle. The light thickens, becoming gold. Covenant of the Inheritor. That is the name of this relic. This buckle once adorned the belt of a glorious knight from Italy. It is an embodiment of a promise made to a young girl by a powerful deity. A great promise that has changed much in the world. When you touch the restored relic, a strange vision comes to you, as if you can see the events that happened to it in the past. A burning sensation spreads across your chest from the very spot where your mysterious wound sometimes opens. What is this? The influence of the storyteller's spells? Or is it something else? I had a vision! The old elf frowns. How strange. You are a remarkable mortal. No one has ever shared my visions before. What do you think caused it? Perhaps these things have something to do with your destiny, or the fate of someone related to you. I do not know the answer. I do not have an answer, only advice. Seek out such relics. Look for what links them all, and you will know the truth. So we need the materials for those two. But we do have Tarendlev's Claw. The storyteller hangs his head looking sickly and tired. How many times has the moon died and been reborn since I've been here? I have lost count. My friends brought me here. They said goodbye to me, like always. But they looked at me like it was the last time they'd see me. Cowards, insidious spawn. They were glad I was going to die, but I'll show them. Trendlev will live. A new Trendlev, whose eyes are finally open. I hear the rustling of wings, and I emerge from the cave where I imprison myself. Who is it? A friend? An enemy? Sunbeams refract off his scales as he hovers before me, surrounded by a glowing halo. The gold dragon, Melissalix. A part of me wants to fly to him and make a circle of honor above him, as any good student should. But the part of me that turned my scales black as Reyes sees his gleaming throat. How dare he fly here, flaunting his purity and innocence? He wants to humiliate me, drag me through the mud. But I'll show him. No, what am I thinking? My mentor has come all this way to save me. I know. He would never abandon me. Someone called him to my aid. Moving heavily, I take flight to greet him, but my body, controlled by the foulness, straightens like an arrow. His vulnerable throat is so close. One strike and I will destroy you, Melissalix. What happened next? I don't know. But I know the place where Trendlev was believed to have sought refuge for her tarnished soul. I saw Sarkorian ruins, a wide branching tree next to them. Perhaps there'll be something there that will shed some light on the fate of mentor and student. Something that can tell us how Trendlev's strength of spirit helped her ultimately overcome the foulness within her. Can you say anything about the future? Storyteller frowns. It's just strange that you should ask. We all know what happened to Trendlev, but sometimes it seems I can hear her voice in the visions. Her voice full of pain and despair as if she is in the darkness which she cannot escape. I cannot solve the mystery of this vision, but it worries me. Well, her scales have the ability to revive someone, so I assume her being dead is not permanent. Trendlev lair. Okay, so we have 2 more relics to restore. Discuss our encounter. I'm sure you do. You're wondering how I ended up there, why I wasn't killed, am I right? Yeah, why did you go there? I have been looking for a certain tower for several years now. In that place I had a strange feeling of recognition. It seems that tower once belonged to me a long time ago. Knowing my habits, I assumed that some records or other items that could answer the questions about my past may have remained in my home. Unfortunately, I realized too late that the tower is now the lair of a monster. Okay, why didn't the dragon immediately eat you? And despite their beastly tempers, dragons are clever creatures. But their way of life does not lend itself to civilized conversation, which is why they do sometimes enjoy a good chat. And even more, a good story. That was what saved me. I had to share a few of my stories with the dragon, hoping to win her over. Or at least, distract her. Well, did you find anything? The storyteller nods politely. Yes, thanks to you, the dragon didn't have time to burn everything. I found the memories of my previous life, which I had forgotten long ago. Okay, so there's that. That's all of our stuff with the storyteller. And I don't think we have anything else. Let's see. So we now need to go find Trendle's lair. Still gotta go do that. Dragon is dead. I need to go talk with Irabeth, actually. Dang, could have done that while I was in there. Oh well. Missing Crusaders. Explore the Molten Scar. That's the appearing out of nowhere. That one is in progress, I'm pretty sure. Going to Green Gate. Building a ziggurat. In progress. Riddles. Still waiting for Woljif. I don't know how that's gonna go. We need to go talk with Socio. Yeah, we need to build the stables. Why have these ones got the exclamation X? I don't know why. Because they're technically done. Maximize all stats. Which basically just means build a bunch of buildings. And then building the stable. Got it, okay. So that's that. More pages. Restore the ring. And restore the gauntlet. So ring requires 4 magic essence, which I have. Oh, I wonder if I sold the cold iron. I might have. And I need 4 cold iron and 2 demon blood for that one. I doubt I have any demon blood, actually. I got demon hearts. Oh, I do have 2 demon blood, actually. That's the black stuff that I got. Ooh, yeah, no, I definitely sold the cold iron. That's not ideal, actually. We do need to level up Sela. Oh boy. I guess we're gonna put everything into trickery, actually. Okay, who... I think I sold everything to Sai when we finished the whole city purge. Let me see. Can I... Notable items. Yes. Let me buy back that cold iron. It's only 2, so I can only recreate the 1 item. We'll need another 4. But at least that's 1 that we can restore. Antique ring. Storyteller sets the ring fragment in the bars of metal on his open palm. He clenches his fist, crumpling the metal like paper, and pours essence over from the vials over it. You feel terrible heat rising from Nail's hand, and when he opens his fingers, you see a beautiful ring. A remarkable object, this. It was created by a talented spellcaster and is able to summon beings from other planes, as if the boundaries set by Parasma do not exist for it. It is a powerful and dangerous item, but it was created by an honorable person. That is probably why it was not used at the crucial hour. Okay. So now we just need 4 more of the cold iron. I wonder if there was more and I sold it, because I probably did sell it, if I'm being honest. Like a fool at this point. That was very foolish of me, but oh well. Let's see. Lynn's family belt. This is an intermediate step of relic creation. So that means it doesn't do anything on its own. Soul Leaders? Okay. I mean, that's pretty powerful, actually. Caster level 15, so that's above us still. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to Darren. Because he's kind of my summons guy at the moment. I feel like I got something else? But I don't remember. Yeah, we still have the broken gauntlet. There's the helmet. We've got all of these that we recently obtained. Oh, I'm actually down on magic essence. Sure, we had a lot, but we also burned through it by doing our upgrades. Okay. I cannot rest here. Okay. Okay, where'd I end up? I don't know where I ended up resting, actually. Yeah, that should eliminate the Death's Door. Oh, yeah, put me in here. Yep, there we go. Death's Door is gone. That's good. We do want to come in here. Go talk with Erebeth real quick. Take care of the dragon. So that's just that quest complete. Good to know. Let's head back outside. Let's go talk with Sociel real quick. I don't particularly care, but I'm doing it for the XP. Where are you, buddy? You're hanging out down here. In the graveyard. Yep, that makes sense considering the nature of the quest. Okay. Yeah, it's a little far away. We have to run all the way through the whole city of Dresden. Oh, we've got some ghosts. Soldier stares at his cards in the dim light of the candlestick. Deal me 2 more. I'll double down. Coins clink as they land on the barrel. Deal me another. What, another one? You bluffing, you little shit. Wait until we lay our cards down and you'll see if I'm bluffing. You don't immediately recognize Sociel's voice. In battle, he is quiet and composed, but now you can hear furious, passionate excitement in his words. Fine, you scumbag, I call. Deal me another as well. Excitement, passion, and tension seem to hang over the improvised table. Feels like lightning is about to strike. Damn, I'm out! Soldier angrily throws his cards in the barrel. Go on, show us what you got. Freedom and weep! Sociel reveals his cards with a gloating laugh. Nothing but junk, I knew it! You holier-than-thou types can't bluff. I was, and you fell for it. With this, Sociel slams a card on each of the soldier's shoulders with epaulets and places the rest of the cards on top of his opponent's head. Hey, done it, you! Soldier grabs Cecile by the collar, and the cleric immediately raises his fists as if he expected it. At this point, one of the other players spots you in the shadows. Hey, there's someone over there! We've been caught! The jig is up! Let's bail! The candle stub is snuffed out, the cards are scattered into the mud. After a moment, only the embarrassed Cecile remains. What are you doing here? His voice no longer holds excitement. We did nothing wrong. Well, temper's flared a bit, but that usually doesn't happen, I swear it. I don't care. I don't much care. People can find some enjoyment, as long as there's no injuries or any of that stuff. Then I don't particularly care how they spend their off time. How close am I to leveling up, actually? We're about halfway, it looks like. Okay. I mean, that's not bad, considering the fact that we haven't done much other than turn stuff in after the dragon. New recruits are here. Yeah, no scouts, but oh well. Ooh, we got shield bearers instead of the infantry this time. Oh, wait. Ooh, who cares about the marksman? Don't know if I care much about the spearman, though. I recruit them all. I want to do a new search. You're expensive. Oh, Houndmasters. You've actually got pretty good AC. Let me see how you do. Now I need to... What's going on here? Oh, we got a bunch of new stuff. Okay. Enchanting the crest. Distributing provisions. Oh, that's a morale one. Our morale is fine at the moment. Our commander's parade. Ooh, yeah. Cost of recruiting mercenaries will be down. Material point income will be reduced for 30 days. Rude. But also, I guess I should have seen that one coming. That one will be a quick solve, though. Unfortunately, I can't actually do any of these due to the lack of supplies. That's a diplomacy. Yeah, this is the only leadership item I have. So, I don't want to... Even though I theoretically could, I don't want to waste it. Oh, Irbeth orders are going to be about to finish, actually. That's good. That'll fix that. Finish up that quest. Okay, Army 1. Oh, all of my infantry are now shield bearers. Okay. I didn't realize that, actually. I mean, that works. Because, yeah, the shield bearers are on par with the clerics in terms of AC. And yet, yeah, shield bearers might be even better than our cleric count. That's good, that's good. Okay. Now I need to figure out how are we going to do this, because I've got 5 armies at the moment. I need to figure out who's who. You are the remains of the previous fight. You're coming up this way to regroup. Army 4 merge with Army 3. And I guess I'll assign the general. I need to see if I can get him to level up. He doesn't have very many troops though. He's classified as a tier 1 right now. Let's put the marksman down here. We'll add them to our zombie army at the moment as a bit of ranged backup. And the rest of them are going to be taking part in one. Because I need to send them off to fight something. I'm thinking the lake lost to the sun up here. Let's see about getting them. Okay. So now Army 5 here kind of doesn't have a lot to do. So they're gonna sit back in Dresden for the time being. As for Army 3, I'm gonna send them. Honestly, I'll send them around and start exploring some roads. For the moment, it works well enough. Okay, as for what we are doing, let's see. Because we have the shallow grave and the hamlet that we went to. There's nothing else over there that we need to do. We do need to go down to Winter Sun. We need to go to Green Gates. We need to go to Molten Scar. But oh, we also need the Temple of the Good Hunt. So we're gonna head there first. This feels like a puzzle situation.
Can we rest, please? I'm tired.
As it should be.
Okay, well, pretty straightforward to get to the door at least. So that's nice. The young cleric of Aristil greets you with a shy smile. What an honor it is to see you again, Commander. Welcome to the Temple of Delamar the Blessed. As the temple's prior, I offer my greetings. At the word prayer, the priest's face flushes pink. Sorry, I don't remember. Who are you? They call me Kayado the Shepherd Boy. Well, that's what they used to call me. It's not very fitting for a priest, is it? Clark lapsed into confused silence for a few moments. I come from a village near Laswell. I've always been drawn to Aristil, even as a child. And a cleric by the name of Tvodden once passed through your village. A kind old man looked me in the eye, still a little kid, and he said, I see you're going to serve Aristil just like myself. So I did. When I heard about your crusade, I set out to join it, just like my heart was telling me to do. At first, I served as a novice under the venerable Rathimus. Now he's gone, and I've been left on my own. Rathimus and I marched on Dresden with your forces. We fought in your host. And then when demons were driven out, I came here. This temple is centuries old. Aristole's worshippers would have come here in their hundreds in the past. But even now, we get the odd pilgrim wandering in. That's why I wanted to take over this temple. Someone ought to take care of this sacred place. Okay. Ask Evan about my powers. Kayado stares fearfully back at you. Yes, I've heard. It's a dark deed, disturbing the dead. Nothing good can come of it. If anybody else had started openly using death magic, I would have immediately accused them of treachery. But it's you, Commander. The young man gives you a trusting smile. I guess dark times truly are upon us. That the best of the Crusaders had to resort to the most heinous of weapons. But the demons must be defeated somehow. There's one thing I can't understand. People say that Iomade gave you this gift, but that simply cannot be. She is a goddess, yes, but she has her taboos. Iomade would never bestow such powers on her priests. Does that mean some other god has interceded for you and given you this power? I wonder who it could be. Alright, anything suspicious in the area? Cleric swallows nervously and lowers his gaze. No, everything's quiet around here. There's nothing going on in this temple, that's for sure. Pilgrims have said there's a dragon flying around this area, snatching up travelers. And others say that's just a rumor. Things are quiet here in my temple. Okay, that is so suspicious, but okay. Oh, where to begin? This temple is dedicated to Delamere. I mean, of course it is a temple of Erastille, but Delamere was the prior of this temple. I mean, no, I am the prior of this temple. She is like its blessed mother superior, its patroness. The young man falls into a confused silence and looks pleadingly at you. Okay, what's it like to be a prior? Well, it's terrifying. I live here alone, you see. People travel a great distance to come here, but I've been given an important task. Here in the world, when these temples are needed more than ever so that people don't lose their faith. That doesn't stop my legs from shaking in terror. When I think of my teacher, Rathimus, rest his soul, I just feel like running away. I swear I would have run long ago, but one thing keeps me here. Aristotle would not have granted me these spells for no reason. I cannot let them down. Other people, I cannot let them down either. Yeah, you're pathetic. Kayado pales and he opens and closes his mouth wordlessly, looking like a fish. Alas, the young man meekly hangs his head. You would know best, Commander. I must be truly pathetic. I should have stayed at home and looked after the animals. What shall I do now? Tell me about Delamere. She lived in these parts back when Sikoris was still standing. She's a priestess of Erastille, and the Gelids deeply respected her for her hard nature and her unshakable faith. Erastille blessed her with various wonders, and the common folk knew that she would stand up for them. Delamere did not like city life. She said cities encouraged vile deeds and corruption of the soul. She said that people ought to live in small clans, where everyone is everyone, where everyone is kin, and where every person has a duty to the rest. You can't hide your sins in the village. In the village, everyone knows what kind of person you are. She had a revelation, and she would travel around the village and see how many people lived there. If any settlement had more than 53 souls, she drove out all of the rest and told them to settle somewhere else, because otherwise the villages would have grown and turned into little towns. Her methods were harsh, of course, but people still listened to her, because Aristotle himself was on her side. She had an edge to her. She single-handedly chased off whole bands of marauders that harassed villages. And after she died, the temple was built in her honor, in the places where Aristotle gifted her with his relics. They say it was here that a white stag emerged from the forest and spoke to her in her human voice, telling her that she should hunt it because it was the will of her lord. Delamere tracked that stag for 3 days and 3 nights through the forests, and when she ran it to the ground, she made its antlers into a bow and tied into armor. And that bow never misses, and Aristotle himself blessed that armor so that it repels the strikes of animals. A fine hunter with a harsh temper, tough and successful. And better yet, someone who's morally opposed to living in those stinking piles the Uplanders call cities. Sure sounds just like me. No, you're nothing like her. I don't think driving people out of their village was great, but okay. Kayado heatedly responds, his voice trembling in anger. It's not ridiculous. Might sound strange, but Aristotle blessed Delamere alone. and he gave her wisdom and power. Okay, Aristil's teachings. Aristil is an old god, back in the times when there are no such things as towns. Simple he is, and good, and he wants people to be the same. He wants them to live in small settlements where everyone knows each other. He wants them to value the simple joys of life and not ridiculous pondering. He wants people to earn their bread honestly through hunting, crafts, farming, and fishing. He especially prizes hunting, of course, when it is for sustenance rather than sport. He is both stag and hunter. He favors both guises. Aristil does not like finery and he demands no special ceremonies. He used to simply appear before hunters and rangers and offer his wisdom. But when he is angered, he is terrifying. If someone harms the country folk, takes pleasure in hurting animals, or spoils the crops, that person may well take an arrow from Aristil, and his bow knows no mercy. He is the father of all bows, for it was Aristil who taught people how to shoot. Okay.
Careful now.
Hello? What dinged? Carefully concealed doorway! I beg you, don't touch that door. Where does it go? Kaia's face goes gray and he falters and stutters over his words. What door? The door leads into the cellar. There's nothing interesting behind that door. Sweat breaks out on the cleric's forehead as he looks at you with pleading eyes. Intimidate! You're a terrible liar. Speak the truth before I lose my temper. Kaida looks to be on the verge of tears. It's all Zinadra. She's a witch. She came here one night, threatened to torture me, and demanded I let her into the crypt. She said that her friends would be coming here sometimes, and then she placed a curse on me. If I allow anyone other than initiated servants of Baphomet into the crypt without her permission, a brood of rats will appear in my stomach and will gnaw me from the inside out. But I want to live. I have no word. I'm a humble shepherd. I never said a word to anyone. They go in there and do things. They whisper. I'm afraid to go in. You can't go in. There's no one in there now, anyway. Zinadra hasn't been in there for many days. They're still willing. She won't come again, cursed witch. I don't know who this Zinadra is, but I'd really like to get my hands on her and have a chat. Or maybe I'd just reach for my weapon right away. Speaks language all on its own. But a quick death is too good for a cultist scum like her. After all the fear and torment and pain they put people through. After this furious outburst, Seela calms down and speaks to Kaido. Stay strong, kid. You're not alone. You have allies. And your faith. The little priest has struck up a friendship with our enemies. He betrayed us, hid them in his own temple, and now he's been caught. What should we do with this foolish little bird caught in a snare, mistress? There's so many wonderful ways of inflicting pain, I scarcely know where to begin. Hunter's gaze grows hungry and predatory, like a wildcat has spotted a defenseless dog. Pure animal terrors written on Kaia's face. The commander won't let you get your calls on me, you evil fiend! She's just and will hand me over to be tried as the law commands. I mean, I don't care about you. I'm going in. The cleric's resistance is hanging by a thread. His lips are trembling and his voice drops to a whisper. I have the key, but what right do you have to... Either you give it to me or I knock your teeth out. Kaido looks like he's about to faint. With a trembling hand, he gives you the key. Don't go in there. The final words sound unexpectedly clear and crisp. Okay. Very curious. We'll go in there in a moment. Oh, that was our unlock. Okay. I take all of that.
I found something.
Oh, well. Okay.
That is not fun.
Seela? Oh no, it was Reginald who fell in. Oh no, is Seela also in there? Seela's also in there. Seela, you fail every time we come across this acid pit. Every single time. I can't pick the lock right now because my lock picker is trapped. I'm just gonna break this one.
Ah!
Alright. Go on, it's a 70% chance. You've got a good chance. Good chance at getting in that one.
This was simple enough.
Okay, some sort of testing notes. What do we have on this side? Oh wait, Vinny and Dismar test report. Oh.
Over there.
So that's lore about Finian, actually. Oh hey, Elven notes! We just left the storyteller. Guess we'll have to do more when we get back.
Well, that happened.
Ah!
Oh, some more magic essence. I did indeed need more of that. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Because I think that is a pretty good place for us to go ahead and call it for today. We're slowly making our way around, working on stuff. I have to admit, I am questioning if I'm going to commit to doing everything. Because this is a lot more than I was expecting. We made very little progress. It's a pretty good game. Lots of stuff to do. But I don't know if I have the interest to commit to this much. Mostly because we have all the other things that we have to keep track of as well. But we'll see. We'll see how much longer I go. But for now, that'll be all for today. Hope you guys did enjoy. I do try to post on my Discord and social media about half an hour before I begin. So if you want that extra notification, go ahead and check that out. And I'll see you all in the next round. Bye!